At 10 News Weather Authority from the JES Weather Center.
Good evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Edward Shaw. Still going to have that flood risk continuing into the evening and overnight hours tonight. Flood watch in effect until about midnight. And then throughout the course of the week, we're going to progressively warm up with showers and storms repeatedly in the forecast until Thursday before we start clearing up finally just in time for the weekend. Looking ahead, we'll have less rain going into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and temperatures are going to skyrocket into the low to mid 90s to kick off next week. Right now, temperatures largely in the 70s and 60s in some areas, 80s for parts of South Side. But overall, a pretty overcast day has since kept our temperatures down a little bit more, especially compared to what we've seen here in previous weeks. As for what we're seeing right now, you can see where that frontal system is draped just to the south of us and overall bringing in quite a bit of moisture to our region. Now, as we take a look at this flood watch in particular, you can notice it goes all the way up to parts of West Virginia that have been catastrophically impacted by that flooding, but also into parts of the eastern Carolinas as well. As for us, we're seeing a few isolated showers and storms, some of which are producing some pretty frequent lightning, especially up towards parts of the Highland Zone and parts of South Side. But as for what we're going to be seeing here over the next few hours, expecting a lot more developing like that with less thunder as we go into the overnight hours and more rainfall as we start losing a lot of that energy from daytime heating. Timing it out for you with Futurecast. Again, you'll notice a few stronger storms possible later on in the next few hours, but we clear up overnight tonight and then into early tomorrow. Tomorrow night, however, pretty similar to what we're going to see today, where we see isolated instances of heavy pockets of rain and a few thunderstorms. Same goes for Wednesday, pretty much rinse and repeat. But as we go into Thursday, that's going to be when we're watching for a little bit of a stronger cold front that's going to be draped out through parts of the Midwest. That front is going to be into our area by later on in the afternoon Thursday, and we're going to be watching that very closely as it could provide some damaging winds to the area and some severe weather. Roanoke tonight for your low temperature, about 68 degrees along with Rocky Mount, Blacksburg 65 along with most of the New River Valley, Lexington 66, Covington 67, and Danville and South Boston both at 69 degrees. Tomorrow we end up heating up in the morning, getting up into the 70s by about 10 a.m. And that's going to be a part of a prolonged period in which we're going to see temperatures steadily rise for the next few days. High temperatures for tomorrow, Roanoke at 86, Alta Vista 90, South Boston 91, Danville at 90, and Blacksburg at 83 degrees. Those warmer than average temperatures are going to really ramp up as we go into Thursday and Friday, up into the 90s Thursday, back into the 80s on Friday. But as for the week afterwards, you'll notice we start seeing temperatures climb up once more, and there's a very good chance we could be in the mid to upper 90s by the middle of next week. We'll be back in just a little bit with more news.